Good afternoon, Anne Arundel County. Good afternoon, America. Welcome to Promoting Community Conversation and Discovery. I'm your host, Anthony Bynum. The name of our production company is the Glen Burnie Players. These are exciting times here in Anne Arundel County. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of a break from the rain, which was just that weather pattern was just something. Boy, whoo! But today it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, a good day to catch up on your yard work, yours truly included. So we have an exciting show, but before we get to the heart of the show, we have some upcoming events to mention. Both of these come courtesy of the Anne Arundel County Library System. I use these guys a lot. I've gotten a lot of great material from them for past shows and future shows. So today, 10 to 1, over at the Annapolis Library, because I guess they call that Bush Library now, there's a musical no, actually, it's not today. It's the 23rd, which is Monday. Mr. Lilo, when I saw the ad, the promo, he's a guitar player. He plays some different styles, some different genres. You might want to check that out. Today, though, 10 to 1, there's an event at Crofton Library. It's called Ask a Gardener. So if you're in the plant game, well, actually, it's called Plant Clinic. So it gives you a chance to ask experts about, planting this, planting that. I've been planting a lot of grass lately myself, so I've been kind of winging it though. Our affiliates, these are the people who air community conversation and discovery. So we start off here with AAC TV right here in Glen Burnie. Thank you for running our shows for us. Greenbelt Cable Access in PG County, thank you for airing our shows for us. Amherst Media in Amherst, Massachusetts, thank you for airing our shows for us. Manhattan Neighborhood Network in the Big Apple, thank you for airing our shows. And Brunswick TV3 in Maine, thank you for airing our shows. Our references, we need this material to do the show. We need a place to turn, right? So we always want to thank Wikipedia and Google Images. We want to thank borrowing from Better Homes and Garden recently, and we want to thank them. And of course, today, Anne Arundel Library System. Our sponsor is the Cleaning Chef. More information is about them and their services in the credits. So today we're going to talk about hidden gems because I love hidden gems. I love finding out about things that have happened in our history that make us better and proud to be who we are. So we're going to go to the share. And we're going to start off. Oh, you know what? I think I was supposed to. Okay, what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go to the share. Yeah, I did not. I got to go back. Sorry, guys, about that. Here we go. All right. So today's hidden gem is Lena Richard. What a story. What a story. She was America's first Black cooking show host. She might have been the first one for all I know. What a story. What a story. So listen, she was born 9/9/1829 in New Rose, Louisiana. She died 11/27 in 1950 in New Orleans. So listen to this lady, her story, right? She ran a catering company. At some point, she ran an international frozen food company and a series of restaurants. Her specialty was gumbo. So just think about it. This is New Orleans, right? We know the Patti LaBelle song, right? Or the Patti LaBelle, yeah, you know the song. Um, deep, deep South, but a special part of our South because that was not an original colony. They were bought in the Louisiana Purchase. There was already a culture there, and we're going to talk more about that as we go forward. Um, Her first splash into this to become well known was a self-published book called Lena Richard New Orleans Cookbook. It got her on the map. Matter of fact, it was so well received that the publishing company actually ran it again a number of years later. Okay. Um, Her TV show was just a 30-minute television show. Well, not just, but it was a 30-minute television show. It aired twice a week in New Orleans in 1949. I didn't say 1999. I said 1949. Wow. 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 I'll have to look and see if there's some clips of that on YouTube. I mean, wow, that's something, right? That is something. Um, Says here she was educated at the Fannie Farmer Cooking School. This is just amazing stuff. This is the Deep South. It's just amazing stuff here. For these reasons, Lena, today you are our most admired. It's an incredible story. You are an incredible story. Said the television station was WDSU. I don't know if they're still around or not, but it's an incredible story. Hats off. Hats off. Woo! What a pioneer. Okay, from there we want to talk about something of consequence regarding Anne Arundel County. This is where we were a second ago, and I apologize for that. We want to take a look at a property. It's called Arundel Woods, located at 403 West Ordnance Road. It's not that far from where I live. So let's just go to the site. Now, this is a 72 room facility. They're all one-bedroom apartments for seniors. It's rent assisted, and it's owned and ran by Catholic Charities. Now, this is what they have. They have education and wellness programs. They got a garden club. They got exercise programs. They got other stuff too. But the main thing here is that you have a helping hand. I want to talk a little bit about Catholic Charities. So back in 1792, Bishop John Carroll directed parishes, the parish revenue, these revenues that come in from the people who donate, who give to the church, who want to be bigger than they are, divided into three parts. One part was care of the pastors and eventually the staff, right? So, pastors, yes, but because see, people take a vow of poverty, in this vocation. Somewhere, someone's got to help them out. A third would go to the care of the churches, the location itself. I'm looking for a better term. I guess we use foundation, I guess. The building, that doesn't seem to play right, but the institution, I guess, is the term I guess I want to use. Sanctuary, that's what I was looking for, the sanctuary. But a third would go to the poor. Now, fast forward 100 years ago, a little over 100 years ago, 1923, the Bureau of Catholic Charities was created and founded by Archbishop Michael Joseph Curley, by organizing the 12 previous separate Catholic services under the Archdiocese for a common mission. What's the common mission? To help those in need. Just that simple. Just that simple. I remember when they were building this place, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, something like that. It's a nice, I've driven by there, but it's a nice property, a nice little piece of land there. And they're doing God's work there. And that's something to be appreciated, I think, and honored. So I was looking, we're gonna stop the share. I was looking for something to tie it together. And my first thought was, well, this is about, it's about a number of different things. But food's always a good place to start, right? Because you gotta eat. You don't eat, you know what happens. And so I was looking for poems about, cooking, about Creole cooking. And I said, wait a minute now. As opposed to looking for poems about cooking, let's just talk about Creole. What is Creole? It's a number of things. One, it's a people, right? So who are the Creole people? Again, this is before the founding of the country. These people were part of the Louisiana Purchase that became part of America. So you had the French, African. They weren't African Americans at that time. They were Africans. Native Americans. There were many, many Native Americans who were here, who were already here. These people mixed, intermingled, etc., had kids. They became the Creole people. They developed a language. That's the other part. A language using French, using probably some different African dialects for the Africans that had come as enslaved, and the Native Americans who were already there, creating language. I don't understand it, but it's a language nonetheless. I've used in my insurance days when we would need to get someone online. Occasionally, you would have to get a Creole interpreter. Did you run the light or not? It's cooking. Folks eat the foods that are available to them. So, if you grow up in a place where the only thing to eat is snow, you figure out how to cook snow. What do they have down there? I don't think lobsters are a big thing, but they had crawfish, kind of things you see in swamps. They got alligators. They got catfish. I'm sure there's some beef products too. Let me tell you a story. During my National Guard days, we had a mission that was going to bring us to Fort Polk, Louisiana. So we flew into New Orleans, and then we were going to take a bus ride a long way, by the way, a long way to what was the border of Texas. And I remember describing, and it was a crappy bus. Oh, they could have put some money on that bus, man. Jeez. Yeah, like this much room. But we're traveling. Nothing but bogs down there. I don't know how anybody lives down there personally. Um, we had to stop and eat. So we were at this big restaurant. I don't know where it was. It might have been a mom and pop. Who knows? But there were a lot of us on that bus. And I'm looking at the menu. Now I'm not a seafood guy who can't eat the stuff. I'm looking at the menu, and I see catfish, and I see crocodile. What else did I see on the menu? They might have shrimp down there. They might have been on there. They might have had some frogs too. I don't know. I think I had a tuna fish sandwich, guys. This is some less than tuna fish sandwich, please. And just and keep the bus moving. Anyway, Creole is a culture. Put all these things together, it's a culture. It might not be a culture that I'm familiar with, but it's a culture. It's a lot of things. So yeah, hey, you know what I'm talking about? So everybody, again, these are exciting times here in Anne Arundel County. Uh, I expect to hear from Trayvon again soon. We went over edits for the Adventures of Auerbach. I'm super excited about that one. That's going to be an animated special or show devoted to our animated character, Auerbach. So for everyone here at the Glen Burnie Players, again, my name is Anthony Bynum. Until next time, bye bye.